Stakeholders from diverse sectors have urged political leaders to prioritize personal sacrifice and selfless service in the pursuit of nation building. They made the call in separate interviews with the News Agency of Nigeria on the sideline of the 2025 International Leadership Conference and Awards in Abuja. The stakeholders, which include leadership experts, clerics, scholars, and women rights advocates, said leadership is a call to service, urging leaders to prioritize national interests over personal or partisan gain to facilitate genuine nation building. A cleric, Pastor Olochi King Adaji, senior pastor of the City of Refuge International Church Abuja, said sacrificial leadership was a critical requirement in building an egalitarian and progressive nation.
I believe that the missing link is a major missing link is visionary leadership. Literally, we have people in various spheres of leadership in our nation leading us to where they have not been. And for many people, leadership is the occupation of a seat or the fulfillment of an ambition. But leadership is far more than that if it is to make an impact. The truth of the matter is leadership must be sacrificial. If it is to make meaningful impact, it must be sacrificial. It is all-round sacrifice, the sacrifice of personal gain at the expense of nationhood and national development. That sacrifice must be made if our nation is to make any meaningful progress. That we must see it, and the leaders must see it, that this is not all about them. It's not what to achieve, it is where to take the nation to.
Esther Delana, a leadership coach and executive director of T Prime Leadership Academy, organizers of the event, said there was a need for transformational leaders in all sectors of the society for a progressive change.
The theme of this event is strategic leadership for nation building. We believe that strategic leadership will not only provide solution to the problem in Africa or in Nigeria particularly, it will help us initiate innovative solutions to those problems and also come up with initiative that will put Nigeria and Africa not as a third world nation or a continent, but as a continent who is leading in the global stage. So this we can do by catching the youths earlier than planned and imbibing in them the culture of transformational leadership. Leadership should be strategic, leadership should be transformational, leadership should be innovative, and that is what we are preaching.
Earlier, in his keynote speech, Professor Udenta said, beside the political arena, good leadership was needed in all strata of society, including the school system, security, and others, to have transformed society.
Leadership has been made into a fetish. The moment you get a good leadership, societal problems, organizational problems, institutional problems are solved. So this fetishization of leadership has tended to emasculate the system or the formation under which leadership operates. There's a social order. That social order is very intentional in the way it is constituted. Sometimes it expresses the capacity of the individual, advances it, sometimes it limits it. So that's why leadership, as crucial as it is still subject to the dictates of the social formation, particularly the political economy of power.
In his opening remarks, Denja Abdullahi, award-winning poet and former national president of the Association of Nigerian Authors, commended the conveners of the conference.
We have seen what sincerity of purpose, what sacrificial leadership could do in any given area. All what we need to do is just to apply these things to our nation that we are talking about. There's a lot of talk today about what we can do to change the perception, the praxis, to join the theory of leadership to the praxis of it in our society, and have a great nation like we do have in other societies.
The event featured various panel discussions on key thematic areas in national development and the presentation of awards to outstanding leaders from the various sectors.